Just ahead on CTV News, we have updates on the new fire chief's health. And the county is putting up a fight for the FBI building. Plus,
please do not be alarmed, remain calm. The rodeo's in town. Just ahead, we'll tell you what you need to know for the Cowboy Carter tour.
Those stories and more on CTV News, starting now.
Good evening, this is CTV News for July 3rd. I'm Michaela Newton. Thanks so much for joining us. Well, we have some good news to share regarding the health of the Prince George's County Fire Chief. Delmetria Michaelides, the newly appointed fire chief, has fully recovered from the medical emergency she experienced on Wednesday. She collapsed during a press conference regarding fireworks safety yesterday. CTV News captured the scary moments as the members of the Prince George's Fire Department rushed to give her medical attention. Michaelides was sent to MedStar Southern Maryland Hospital Center, where she received treatment. And it's a reversal that's sparking outrage in Maryland. The Trump administration now wants to move the FBI headquarters into D.C., scrapping long-standing plans to build it in Prince George's County. The Greenbelt site was chosen after years of bipartisan study and millions in federal planning. Now the administration is pushing to reprogram that funding to place the bureau inside the Ronald Reagan building, which used to house USAID. Maryland leaders say it's a political move that ignores national security and economic equity.
The great news is that our federal delegation and our governor, they're all behind Prince George's County. They're behind us getting the FBI built here. And so they're going to employ strategies at the federal level to direct the administration to follow the law, follow the process. And we are working with the Attorney General's office to determine any legal actions we can take to prevent this egregious wrong from happening. So, we're just geared up to have a battle over this because, again, this is about fairness. It's about a process that we fairly won. And so now it's time for the government to follow their own rules.
And Brave Boy joins other Maryland leaders in vowing to fight the reversal with every tool they have. And Prince George's County Police have arrested 2 suspects they believe are connected to a carrier scam. This is 30-year-old Xing Chi of Flushing, New York, and 27-year-old Jian Wing Wang of Monterey Park, California. According to police, 3 known victims lost a combined $700,000. PGPD tells residents not to give money or anything of monetary value to individuals posing as banking agencies and government officials. And make sure you visit these establishments in person. Now, with people hitting the road for the holiday weekend, Maryland officials are urging drivers to drive safe and sober. Maryland state troopers will be conducting high visibility enforcement and DUI saturation patrols throughout the weekend on state highways. They hope to use the state's Spider Task Force to deter impaired driving.
So the State Police Impaired Driving Reduction efforts started back in 2013 with a grant from the Maryland Highway Safety Office. Back then what we did was we took the most or highest DUI enforcers and put them together as a team, specially trained them, went through extreme training with the Maryland Highway Safety Office on the DUI Institute. Every trooper is an SFST instructor and taximeter operator, so we highly trained them. And what we did was we went through the entire state and looked up the highest areas that are prone for DUI-related collisions. And then those troopers specifically saturate with our partners from county and local departments and enforce the DUI enforcement laws within those areas.
This year, from January to May, Maryland law enforcement agencies have arrested 167 impaired drivers. And before you go out to another jurisdiction to purchase fireworks, remember those explosives are illegal in Prince George's County. Here in the county, the sale, use, and possession of fireworks is prohibited. Residents caught with fireworks could face a $1,000 fine and possibly 6 months in jail. According to the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission, in 2024, there were 11 reported fireworks-related deaths due to the misuse and malfunctions of the explosions. Now, we all enjoy watching fireworks, but fire officials say if they are used incorrectly, the devices can be dangerous and even deadly.
In the event that you have fireworks within your possession, feel free to surrender those fireworks at any local fire station. Policing that is very difficult without the community's help. Again, we just transporting fireworks across state lines is a crime as well.
Remember, you can surrender fireworks at any of the 45 fire and EMS stations across the county. Well, the City of Laurel and the Laurel 4th of July Committee have announced plans for its 46th annual Independence Day celebration. This year's celebration will feature exciting festivities for the entire family, including the parade, live music, family fun activities, and the annual fireworks spectacular at Granville Goody Park. For the safety of everyone, no backpacks, coolers, or alcohol is allowed. The parade begins at 3 p.m. and fireworks will start around 9 p.m. And it's a holiday weekend, but don't let your trash go up in smoke like your fireworks. In honor of Independence Day, Prince George's County is shifting just one thing: your bulk trash and recycling pickup. If your regular day is Friday, expect your bins to be emptied Saturday instead. And if you live in a town with its own pickup crew or private hauler, give them a call, as your schedule might be different as well. If you haven't heard by now, Beyonce is in town. CTV resident Beyonce correspondent and superfan Noel James has the details on the Cowboy Carter tour.
You see the smile on my face? That could only mean one thing. Beyonce's in town for her long-awaited tour. So where are your fans at? The Cowboy Carter tour lands right here in our neighborhood at the Northwest Stadium behind me tomorrow, and I, for one, cannot wait to see the show. Can you? Following the release of her country album, Cowboy Carter, the eponymous tour set out with a rather short list of shows. Just 32 concerts total, and Northwest Stadium once again made the cut for 2 of those. The Cowboy Carter tour kicked off in May with a record-breaking first 5 shows, pulling in nearly $60 million in Los Angeles. And Forbes says it's projected to rake in a whopping $325 million at the end of the tour. Beyonce takes the stage right here tomorrow and on Monday. Fans call this tour a once-in-a-lifetime moment.
I think what I'm most excited about is the family unity throughout the show, because we've never seen anything like this from her before. Like, we're really seeing part of her heart, part of her country heart coming from home. Like, for me, this is really her bringing Texas on the road.
She is literally preserving African American history right now with these albums that she's doing, Renaissance 1, 2, and 3. Like, she's literally preserving our music and showing people that, hey, we did create these genres.
So how do you get to the stadium? Use the Metro. Closest stations are Largo and the Morgan Boulevard stations. WMATA announced free services after 5 p.m. tomorrow, so definitely take advantage of that. Alternatively, consider using rideshare options like Uber and Lyft. And Michaela, I could not be more excited for this tour. My outfit is ready. My cowboy hat is set. Let's giddy up. From the Northwest Stadium, I'm Noel James for CTV News.
I know the Beehive is so excited about that, Noel. Thanks so much for that. And you're watching CTV News. I'm Michaela Newton. Coming up.
Hey, 4th of July is tomorrow, and this weekend is a 3-day weekend for most of us, okay? You don't want to miss this. What's the Move is up next, and it's going to be a jam-packed weekend, so stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Leland Melvin, and I traveled to space twice as a NASA astronaut. Space technologies help protect our precious Earth. Space helps us monitor changes in carbon emissions, track the pace of climate change. It even helps us fight natural disasters. Make sure that you get out to your local science museum or go to spaceforall.us to explore and learn about space and science. Space is for all.
If alcohol builds a wall around you that doesn't let you see where you're going, that keeps you feeling isolated and alone, that makes you feel hopeless, know this. We're here to help if you want us to. It's never too early or too late to ask for help with a drinking problem. Alcoholics Anonymous, there is a way out. For more information, visit aa.org and download the Meeting Guide app.
Welcome back. A new Maryland law will look to protect renters from mold. On July 1st, the Maryland Tenant Mold Protection Act went into effect. The law will require the Maryland Department of the Environment to establish standards for mold assessments and remediation by 2027. The law will also require the state to create a website that has information on how residents can identify mold in their homes. State Senator Shanika Henson from Anne Arundel County says the issue of mold in rental housing impacts residents across Maryland.
Third component, it gives some enforcement. It says that tenants, if they report mold to their landlord, that the landlord within 15 days is required to perform a mold assessment. And then within 45 days, if that assessment says there needs to be remediation, they have to perform that remediation work.
And the law will also require landlords to give tenants a pamphlet on how to identify and prevent mold. And starting August 1st, UMD students who live on campus can now be fined for bringing personal electric scooters on campus. Students living in university-owned dorms, condos, or fraternity and sorority houses will no longer be able to register their scooters with the university. The move by the university is intended to, quote, promote safe riding, reduce fire risks, and more effectively integrate electric micro-mobility vehicles into the campus transportation scene. And grab your napkins, Prince George's County famous chicken finger chain Zaxby's is opening soon near you. The chain's first Prince George's County location will be on the corner of Pennsylvania Avenue and Brooks Drive in District Heights. Now, while District Heights will be the first outpost for Zaxby's in the county, the official state debut will take place on the Eastern Shore, where 3 locations in Cambridge, Easton, and Berlin are expected to open later this year. And current and former military members and their families, listen up. TSA will be waiving its pre-check enrollment fee for Gold Star family members in honor of Independence Day. TSA will also be offering a $25 discount for military families and uniformed service members when they enroll in TSA pre-check. TSA says they hope to ease travel for military members and their families, not just now, but in the future. It's time to pause for our pet of the week, and this little guy is sure to weak his way into your heart. Meet BB, a sweet 2-year-old black and brown guinea pig who's been chilling in style at the shelter since March 22nd. Animal Services says BB's a low-key king. He doesn't mind being held, even sits still for nail trims, and he's ready for his next big adventure.
He's a very sweet boy, loves to be held. He does great with nail trimmings, and he loves to get kisses once he's comfortable with you. They eat pellets as well as Timothy hay. They have to have an unlimited supply of the Timothy hay and just a little bit of the pellets throughout the day. And they can also eat various vegetables and fruits. They're great with kids. They could be a little shy initially, but once they warm up, they're good with kids.
Now, if you would like to adopt BB or any of his pea-sized pals, call Animal Services at 301-780-7200 or scan the QR code right there on your screen. Now, as the 4th of July weekend kicks into full gear, our Brittany Aaliyah is here with What's the Move and the latest scoop on the coolest events and entertainment to keep your holiday fun and festive.
Happy Thursday. All right, listen. This is one of the biggest holiday weekends of the summer, and with the 4th of July being tomorrow and it's falling on a Friday, you already know the DMV is about to be lit. Okay, so let's just get right into what's happening around town tomorrow. The annual National Independence Day Parade kicks off at 11:45 a.m. on Constitution Avenue. They're marching down 7th Street to 17th Street, so you know it's just about to be a whole lot of just marching, floats, everything. Then you have the star-studded salute to Independence Day, also known as the Capitol 4th concert, hosted by Alfonso Ribeiro, and that's kicking off on the West Lawn of the U.S. Capitol at 8 p.m. You have Yolanda Adams will be there, the Beach Boys, the National Symphony Orchestra, the U.S. Army Chorus, the Temptations. Like, come on. You definitely have to come out to that. And then we're moving to Pennsylvania Avenue, okay? Mayor Bowser is hosting the 3rd annual 4th of July in the District concert beginning at 5 p.m. And if you want to celebrate America's birthday, which it is, it's just like one legit big birthday. With some good music and good company, this concert features Jeremiah, the War and Treaty, U.S. Air Force Band, DC Vibe, and DJ Quicksilver, and so many others. Just come on out. And then following all of those concerts, okay, is the city's iconic fireworks show at 9 p.m. And FYI, they're actually launching from both sides, okay? You heard me. Both sides of the Lincoln Memorial Reflecting Pool. So you should be able to get a great view. We also have the 4th on the Wharf. Hey, this is the year that they're going country. This seems to be everybody's theme this year. You can celebrate America's birthday down at the Wharf with free live country music from 5 to 9 p.m. throughout the outdoor stages. All over, it's gonna be a lot going on. All right, so we're moving out of the city a little bit. Let's just move out, okay? The Chesapeake Bay Sox Independence Day celebration and fireworks show is also taking place tomorrow. First pitch is at 6:35 p.m. at Prince George's Stadium in Bowie. And of course, if you want a thrilling 4th of July, Six Flags is also the place to be and one of the best moves you can make tomorrow. The amusement park is open throughout the entire day and will even stay open for their annual fireworks celebration at 9:15. Now, we've all been anxiously waiting for the Cowboy Carter tour, and it's touching down here tomorrow. The wait is over, guys. The queen herself, Queen B, yes, Beyonce, is at Northwest Stadium tomorrow starting at 7 p.m. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. And she's running it back on the 7th as well. So that means 2 chances to see Beyonce. There's nothing more I need to say about this, okay? We're done. No, I'm just joking. Lastly, we have some comedians in town. Saturday, D. Davis will be gracing the stage at the theater at MGM National Harbor. And also T.I. is hitting the stage on Saturday. But it's not what you think, all right? He is actually doing stand-up comedy. This is a very different look for a tip. So I don't know, like just come out and check him out because this is like his new thing. He's doing it at the DC Improv on Saturday and Sunday. So from concerts to comedians, fireworks, Beyonce, like come on, you guys. I told you this weekend was going to be on another level. It's jam-packed, so make sure you go out, have some fun, have a ball, stay cool, and tune in next week for more on What's the Move. Have a great 4th of July, everyone.
All right, so much happening this holiday weekend. Brittany, thanks so much. And still to come on CTV News.
Youth swimming participation in the U.S. is dropping, but summer swim leagues are reviving the sport in Maryland. I'm Benji Kaufman, and I'll have more on that coming up on CTV News.
It's cancer.
College sports are about to enter a whole new era, one where student athletes finally get a cut of the pie. Starting this week, Division I schools like the University of Maryland can directly pay their athletes. UMD says it will spend the maximum allowed, more than $20 million, on athletes across its programs, with much of it going to football and men's and women's basketball. Smaller schools like Morgan State and Coppin State are also opting in, and while Loyola and UMBC are sitting this one out for now.
It's life-changing, impactful, and to have that opportunity, it's really hard to go get a full-time job when you're a high-level Division I athlete, because this is your full-time job. And I think people don't realize the amount of work and sacrifices and the time that is spent on their game. I mean, you look at right now in the summertime, our players are back here and they're working consistently every single day on their game slash, what is some would say is a job. And so to hone in on their craft, to be the very best, to be able to represent this university.
The new pay system comes as part of a $2.8 billion NCAA lawsuit settlement and could reshape how schools compete on and off the court. Meanwhile, with July underway, summer programs are up and running around Maryland, and kids around the state are diving in. CTV's Benji Kaufman has more on a swim league that's standing out above the rest.
Officials are saying that swimming numbers are dropping in youth participation, but the Prince-Mont Swim League is helping grow the sport back and bring the community together in the process.
It's a great opportunity for all different levels to participate and feel valued and important in the swim community.
This summer program, based in Prince George's County, finds the perfect balance between competition and camaraderie.
A lot of swimmers who swim all winter and it's real intense and real challenging get to come and just have a great time and enjoy the sport of swim in a more relaxed, fun environment.
With 6 divisions, each with 6 teams, the league has 80 to 100 swimmers per team, ranging in ages from 5 to 18 years old.
It's a neighborliness that you don't necessarily see in the sports world.
Bringing together athletes of all skill levels.
It does bring the community together because you meet people that you probably wouldn't otherwise.
Kirsten, a former swimmer in the league, now has 4 kids competing, but she's not alone. Family tradition runs deep in Prince-Mont.
My dad used to swim when he was growing up and joined a club team when I was young, and from then on, it's been my life.
Craig, a year-round high school swimming coach, grew up in the league and is now in his first year as president.
I'm also just a parent volunteer, right? I'm out here.
Wearing both hats.
I'm wearing both hats. I wear a couple hats. For Prince-Mont, I wear quite a few hats. So, and I love wearing the parent hat. So,
Craig says Prince-Mont is helping growing the sport of swimming again.
I want to keep the Maryland swimming tradition strong, and that's what I want to keep it moving.
And giving families a way to stay active and connected.
People need a place to go, and so pools are a great place to go.
So my message would be jump in, either literally or figuratively, jump in.
From Bowie, Benji Kaufman, CTV News.
And people at the meet added that most of the staff members for Prince-Mont grew up in swimming in the league and are giving back to the program that raised them. So make sure you tune in next week for that story. And in just a few minutes, we'll hear some more sports from Simon Buggs, who's here with our Thursday sports page.
Stay tuned for your Thursday sports page, everyone, because I have some basketball highlights coming your way. Don't move.
home before sunrise, on top of the house, the kids, and our future. The smell of your cooking is our alarm clock. My Shiro's day is never done. So let's start saving a little more now so we can feel prepared for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give us the personalized tips we need so we can live our lives to the fullest. Visit aceyourretirement.org.
When I was 10, my mom got deported. We had a difficult time, and I feel that's why I didn't get to finish school. My husband is really supportive in a way that he pushed me to go back to school.
She wants to have a career so her kids can look up to her.
They both keep me motivated to go to school, and they see that if I do it, like, they can do it too, you know? I feel that everything's possible.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Okay, everybody, are you ready? Because your Thursday sports page is here. Now, the DeMatha High School boys basketball team returned to action last night, taking on John Carroll to advance to the next round of the Summer League playoffs. Shots from both teams like this tray ball from wing Christian Proctor and another made triple, this time from guard Paris Lee, after getting the lucky bounce, kept the game close to start off. But as the half went on, Proctor channeling his inner Russell Westbrook as he went to the rim and slammed it home. Some good team defense by the Stags, and this nice finish by guard Ashton Meeks over Lee helped DeMatha put some distance between themselves and John Carroll, as they led by as much as 11. But as the half came to a close, this mid-range jumper made by guard Aiden Abel and James Westerveld knocking down this corner three cut the Stags' lead to only 5, and the Patriots went into halftime down 32-27. And DeMatha was able to keep their lead for the rest of the game, winning it 67-61. Meantime, the Baltimore Orioles took the diamond last night against the Texas Rangers. And the Birds would suffer their 49th loss of the season as they were shut out by Texas, getting beaten 6-0. Orioles manager Tony Mancelino spoke after the game and gave credit to the Rangers pitching staff.
You know, Evaldi's really good, right? I think we know that, right? You look at that cutter, it's 90 miles an hour, and it looks like it's moving 2 feet. So he was locked in, the location was really good. You know, I think kind of, watching these guys for, 6 games now in the span of about a week, you understand why it's the #1 pitching staff in baseball. Would love to see, the second half of that game, probably a few more knocks, a few more runs kind of put up right there, but just wasn't our night tonight.
Baltimore win 1-2 in their series against Texas. They'll face off next against the Atlanta Braves tomorrow at 7:15. And sticking with MLB news, the Washington Nationals took down the Detroit Tigers last night, 9-4. Game 3 of the series will take place tonight at 6:45. And wrapping up sports, the Washington Mystics will return to action tonight against the Minnesota Lynx. Tip-off is at 8 o'clock. And that wraps up your Thursday sports page. Happy 4th of July, everyone.
All right, Simon Buggs with a look at sports. Thanks so much. Now let's get a look at our 3-day weather forecast. Tonight will be mostly clear out. Tomorrow for Independence Day, it's going to be nice and sunny with a high of 87 degrees. Saturday, we get another sunny day. It'll be 87 degrees with a low of 67. Sunday, we hit a high of 89 to kick off the week. All right, that's all the time we have for CTV News. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great and safe 4th of July weekend.